Hey love bugs, it's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly appreciated. And for that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while, thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly appreciated. And if you're new, welcome. Good to have you. You know, hoping you can resonate with any other videos I got on my channel. I got like I think it's like 37. Oh, a little bit 3,700, but I know it's a lot more than that. But because that 3,700 been like that for like about 2 years now, and I know I made many more than that. So, but anyways, you know, if you feel any videos that really just, you know, pulls towards you or gets your eye, you know, go ahead and watch. You know, it'll probably, you know, bring some kind of knowledge or insight you may need. And if you feel like the videos, you know, just really, you know, inspire you or just touch you in a way that gives you some kind of understanding of the craziness that we constantly go through, give a thumbs up, share. It will greatly be appreciated. Sending so much love and light to everybody. You know, if you're going through it to get to it, you know, you're having a hard time overcoming certain things, or it just feels like you're in a stagnant situation, this too shall pass. Okay, so I'm sending love and so much uplift towards your way. You know, it's truly needed. And anybody's coming in with nefarious vibes, you know, I had to cross my eyes on that one. Anybody coming in with nefarious vibes, trying to delete, destroy, distract, divide, anything that is not godly, like, I'm returning that back to sender, doubling that up 3 million times fold. I ain't got time for that, but I'm gonna actually send love and light and blessings towards you. How about that? You know, negative people are not used to somebody saying God bless you. I'm gonna send love towards you, you know. But anyways, the video I'm doing today is Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, trust that you're chosen. This isn't for the weak. You know, I said this yesterday. You're pulling the rose-colored glasses off. Okay, and you pulling the rose-colored glasses off. You know, you're going through it to get to it, and all these different things is taking place into your life, where you're a whistleblower, truth teller. You know, you just things that you tolerated, you weren't able, you know, is coming intolerable before. Ooh, my nose just started itching as soon as I said that. Ooh, Lord. It was confirmation on that one. You know, it's not going to come easy for you. It'll be just different things, just like it's hitting back to back, especially if you're going through Ascension, Kundalini, Dark Night of the Soul. I mean, stuff is just coming up, like the most triggering things from your life or stuff that you forgot about. You know, all of a sudden this is coming up to you to say, you know what, this has been holding you back long enough. This has been keeping you in a little box where it's like people like us, we don't come with labels. We don't come with warning labels. It's like you better be cautious. Because it's like a lot of y'all are walking karma. Okay, a lot of us are walking karma and don't even realize that. But it's just at that point now where you're going through these ultimate changes. It's going to be for the better, and it's just a lot of the things that we're going through is going to be a positive thing. It's going to be one of those negative impacts that comes into your life. And I mean, this is not like, oh, somebody stepped on my new Jordans. No, you're going to go through some real stuff. It's just like, hey, it seemed like more bad things happen than good. But these are the things that's going to fuel us in some kind of way where we're going to see it in a blessing in disguise. And a lot of times, you know, like, you know, I'm just like, oh, I'm ready to see that blessing in disguise. But it's just like it is, because you're protected, for number one. Anything that is taking place into your life that's meant to take you out is going to be that thing that is going to fuel you to become better. And it's not like about being, you know, like Scarface, and it's like, you know, it was like, Athena, we ain't going that way. You know, we ain't going that way to try to get cocky about it. But it's just at that point, it's like everything that's been thrown at me, you know, people been trying to bury you. You know, they've been vetting you, and then it'll be trying to bury you. And it's just like you keep coming back out the grave over and over again. You know, it'd be different things where it may have been able to hit other people just like that and it wasn't nothing. But with you can start your own horror movie series, okay? Yeah, it's like you will beat Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on, Freddy Krueger, Jason, Chucky, and Michael Myers. We will beat them. Because you keep just coming back. And it's just like they're running out of daggone movie scripts. Like, hey, you know, what we going to do with this one? We try to poof, try to use it, then you light up. I'm not going to say those words, but you know what I'm saying? And then they still back here again. What are we going to do? Those different things that you are becoming a warrior. A warrior is going to be that type of person. You're going to constantly go through stuff that it's not going to be small to you. It may be small to other people, but it'll be just in those facts of, it's like when I've hear different Heyokas and they're telling me about the different things that they have had taken place into their life. And I'm just looking like with a big, huge question mark. How did you? How could they? Baby, are you okay? I'm like, are you okay? Do you need a lollipop? You need to sit down. Do we need to pray? It'd be one of those different things. And it's just like when I go through my stuff, there have been people just like, Roslynn, you better than me, And it could have been those different things, but it's just like we never know what kind of situation we're being placed in and how are you able to how are you able to be able to keep moving forward with all the stuff that you're going on? But it's just like God got us, universe got us. There'll be different days you don't want to be able to, you got stuff going on, and it's just like we can't sit there and sulk. These are those things like shake it off. Just shake it off. Get over it, shake it off. And a lot of times it's hard for you to be able to say, okay, how am I able to just shake something like that off? Because God got you. Even if that mess pissed you off to the max, trust me, I had to be able to say, what, God got me. God got me, and that's all I can keep on doing. This is some stuff that's really is putting you into a beast mode. Like, if, when you can conquer this, there's nothing you can't conquer, because it'll be your greatest opposition before your most amazing blessing. And you're going through those different things. It may be financial, it may be family matters, a death of a loved one, a divorce, you're bumping heads with your children, or siblings and stuff like that. It could be all those different things that's taking place into your life. And it's just like, it just seems like the more you get over on one thing, 20 other things come back in. And it's like, Dad, can I take a break? Can I take a break? Is there any kind of way I can get a breather up in here? And you're just really understanding, like, how do I have to keep going through this? I didn't ask for this, I'm like, actually, yeah, you did. You signed that contract a long time ago. And it was just like back then, we were sitting all up in, like, you couldn't tell us nothing. Our boo-boo would smell like roses at that daggone time, And so when we got back here, everything was wiped out. It was like, oh yeah, all I gotta do is just go through family issues and trauma bonding and codependency, all those little scare tactics and triggers and stuff like that. And that's all I got. Man, I got that. Okay, we didn't read the fine print. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and give you amnesia. And we ain't gonna let you know what kind of powers that you got, what kind of, spiritual gifts that you have. We're gonna shut them all down. Probably leave you one or two, something that you can, probably eat some popcorn too. But then it's just like the more trauma we have, we're gonna click those gift switches on, and you can be okay. I'm very aware and everything. You're aware of everything. It's just like you can probably look across the street and see somebody's hair standing up on on an arm and stuff like that. Just different things like that, and it's just like one of those different things where you have to take it day by day. This is not easy. We'll go through. They never promised us it would be easy. But these are just showing you it'll be different days where you tell God you're tired. Okay, you had enough. This is the hump that broke on the camel's back. I'm tired. I'm tired of being tired. You'll put me. This is waking a bear up out of hibernation. That's just something that you don't do. You have to be able to control your mouth sometimes. Got to be able to control your emotions. Go from head instead of the heart. Could be different times where I'm ready. Like we can square up and meet it outside, and it's no problem. Last time I did that, it'll be a long story, but I'm just saying, I'm not trying to go back to that again. It'll be those different things that's taking place into our life, and you're just really trying to really move past that. But there'll be different things that's coming up into your life where, cycles are closing. And then it's like cycles are closing, you're going through a level up. But then it'll be just like God come up with these ridiculous tests back to back to back. Okay, we're bringing people in your life that wanted to just suck you dry, just all energy vampires. We want to just bring you that. So we're going to have somebody come back against you. Or we're going to have people that always question your worth. And they will say and do things that make you just really feel small. And then they come at you like that. Are you going to, are you putting up boundaries? Are you putting your self-care first? When you're putting up self-care, a lot of people, especially toxic people, are saying you're being selfish. That's part of being narcissistic. No, it's not. If I have boundaries, you can't. A lot of people that respect your boundaries because they have them too are going to be fine with your boundaries. Okay, I don't want to talk about that, or I don't want to do this anymore, or I don't want to go there anymore, or this is a little bit too low vibrational, so I don't want to deal with that anymore. And then it's just like, okay, because when you see somebody is respecting your boundaries, then they're going to know, oh, okay, this is the people I want to be around. You on that vibe, and, or a lot of different people are just, coming out your life, like everybody's wiped out of your life. And you just trying to understand, these are people I supported, these are people I loved, these are ones I protected. Now, when the shoe's on the other foot, table done turned on me, everybody gone. And there'll be those different times where that can hurt the worst. And it can really hurt the worst. But those are be a time where those times expired with those people, or there'll be, like I said yesterday, there'll be different people that comes in your life that you really, really, truly love. But if it's just like something's telling you in your gut, hey, do not reconnect with this after you cut this loose, and they always tell you don't open the door back that God has already shut for you. There's a lot of times we want to do that because it's just like in our heart, we have a big heart, and a lot of people will take advantage of that. And it's just at that time now I'm at, okay, when you show me who you truly are, I'm going to believe you, and I'm going to just leave it at that. There are some people you just have to love from a distance, and just being able to prove that you can be able to live without people, because there's a lot of times, I've been in a situation like that where I felt like I couldn't be able to move forward without certain individuals being in my life. I wouldn't be able to live without certain people living in your life. And I always come back to my mom, God rest her soul. You weren't born in this world with these same people, you gonna leave right out with them. It'll be all these different things you're going to accumulate in your life. You can't take all that stuff with you. It'll be all those different things. These things are happening for a reason. And it's just like, this is that time where you find so much up about yourself that it becomes a sharp, like, oh, it's an aha moment. You're having a lot of those lately. You're going through different things into your life where it's really teaching you, really trying to grow, and it's taking place into your life where it spotlights a lot of things you weren't able to see before. Or it's a lot of things that, remind me of a screenshot I seen with Carly B drinking her tea. And it's like, oh, I'm proud of myself. I actually allowed myself to handle a situation calmly that I wasn't able to do before. And so there's a lot of things that may be taking place into your life that could have been very triggering for you back in the day, and then the next thing you know, it turns around, it happens again about 5 or 6 years later, or even 5 or 6 months later, or even 5 or 6 days later, and then it comes back around. Especially if you're going through healing, it's just like, can you control this? No. Can you control that person? No. Can you control the situation? No. But who you have control over? Myself. You don't have control over your life, but you have control over the decisions that you make. It'd be a different story if you have a little pum towards your head, and that's a whole different story. But if you got this situation where it's like, all I can do is control me on how I respond to certain situations. I only have control of me on what I choose to do for a certain situation. I can handle this logically, or I can go back to my old ways and handle this like, you want that smoke, or you go tit for tat, or you want to hit below the belt, different stuff like that. Now it's if at that point where you've gone through so much, you're going to be very short with certain things. You have to, there'll be different people that in your life that is very argumentative, very toxic. They just want to create an argument, want to create a situation, just to be able to bring something towards you. And it's just like those different type of situations I had to be able to remind myself, hey, this has a lot more to do with them than it has to do with you. I have to practice a lot. Don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. I'm like, how you not taking it personal? And they bringing that to me. There's people that are walking around there at wars with themselves. But I have wars with myself too. But I'm more at that point where I'll pull into myself and allow myself, you need peace into your life. Even though there are different things you may not understand, it may be feeling like certain things are not fair that's going on in your life, or people getting away with certain things, but you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You don't know what, universe is orchestrating into your life. But while we're at that, we can't be focused on that. We just, and this is one of those things where God's going to put you in that ultimate test, like, you have to trust me. And this is where faith comes in. And it's like faith and patience is like the two kryptonite words for me. But I have to been practicing that so much. I have to be able to do that. It'll be so many different things, and it's just like, you're trying to be to yourself, you're trying to do this, you're trying to do that, you're trying to grow, and there's always something. But then it's just like the road's gonna be rocky like that anyway. It's just like you on one of those bridges and you about 10,000 feet up. And ain't nowhere in hell you gonna get me on something like that. But I'm just saying, you gotta walk across it, and it's like one of those shaky bridges where you gotta go from one mountain to the other, and you gotta pray to God. Okay, not God, Father God, but God, that you don't sit up here and fall through one of those daggone, one of those little 2x4 boards or whatever, or this daggone rope don't break. You have to be able to trust God that He's gonna get you from one set to another. And you're going through those different things, and He keeps on telling you, robbers don't break into empty houses. There's something very special about you. If there wasn't so many things that was special about you, people wouldn't be trying to have to come up in groups to try to convince you you're the problem. Okay? Different things wouldn't try to take place where people would take little low jig, just throw shade, just being triggered just by you being around. Those are the different things. It's just like where people like, there's something about them. There's something about you that's godly that irritates people's demons. You have to be able to remember that as well. But there are also a lot of people that are going to be very lovingly attracted to you. It's like, where you been at my whole life? I've been wanting to have, meaningless conversations. Not meaningless conversations, but, question, being able to talk about how, we're going through different things, but then you can start seeing the beauty out of something that was so, dark at one time. You're bringing some kind of light through the darkness. You're seeing something good through a negative situation, and it's not easy. You're going through different things at life, and it's like when you can be able to find those different people that, you can really go through the trenches with, y'all both having issues, and y'all like, man, look, we both going through it right now, and it's just like, it may feel like things are getting harder and harder, but these are the different things that's really trying to test you. And it's just like, if you're a Heyoka, we don't like taking everything serious. Sometimes we do stuff ass backwards. It'll be different things like that. And I notice it's like the stronger I get, I'll start writing things backwards a little bit. Or I'll say something, but it's like the door front, the front door. Be certain things like that. It'll just be just crazy. Or it'll be different things where, like, me and God be having like a little talking match, and he'll have to like, look, I'm trying to break this down to. I'm like, oh, well, why didn't you say that in the beginning? And it's just like, God be having face palm, forehead palms when it comes to me. And it was like, man, if you would have said it like that and broke it down, dumbitdown.com for me, I would have been straight. I would have understood what you were talking about. But you're going through all these different things into your life where, you're understanding why you had to go through certain things. There are certain painful things that is not so painful to you anymore. It'll be a lot of different times where, it's going to be uncomfortable. It's like change is always comfortable. It's like it's going to happen whether or not you want it or not. Change is coming through. No, whatever you're trying to avoid is going to happen if it needs to happen. And there's nothing we can do to be able to stop that. And it's just like when I look back on my life, I went through a lot of things, but who hasn't? A lot of times you think you go through something and then you hear somebody's story and it can be a lot worse. But then it's just like at that point in time where you're allowing yourself to really see like, gosh, it has to take a very strong person for you to be able to go through some stuff to get through it. It may take you a little bit longer than other things. It's just like I tell people, I was doomed from the womb. So it's just like, I had very exciting life. It was very dangerous. Like, I should have been gone a long time ago, but it was just like I'm a Timex, take a licking and keep on ticking. Like, don't be understanding how the heck that battery, that's a long ass battery. And the battery just do not wear out, but you're going through all these different things that's taking place into your life, and it can really hit you hard. That's why you just constantly, because even as like before, when I send these videos out, I can still feel the energies that's going to be able to connect with that, and just being able to, send prayers out to people. And it's just like, now I'm at that point in life where I'm even praying for my enemies. I used to like, whatever God has for you, I hope he triples it up, just for the fact is what you keep doing to me. And it's just like, no, let me not do that, because I'm doing the same thing that they're doing. You don't want to do that. I had to be able to, negative people are used to you attacking them in a negative way. How about I project something in a positive way to you? And it's just like, okay, I hate you, I want you dead. I love you and I hope you heal. For you to be able to come out and tell somebody that, and I had to be at that point in my life where hate is such a powerful word. Why am I giving this situation and those type of people so much power over me? And it was like, the homie was like, excuse me, come again? How am I allowing myself to even purse my mouth up to say I hate somebody? Because there's so many people I had a whole list of hating. And, and then it would be at that point in my life, I had to be able to say, take that back. Hate is such a strong word. My mom used to always say that. So, ooh, and my sister used to say that. Hate is such a strong word. Here we go. Daggone knows. You may not like what somebody did. And I mean, it can be the most unforgivable thing, that somebody's done. But it's just like, I had to be in the point of my life right now. I'm not going to have you having that kind of power over me. To where it's disturbing my sleep because of what you did. And this has nothing to do with me, even if it was directed towards me. Now, if it's something that I did personally to somebody, I have to be able to say, if I can be able to be woman enough to do what I did, I want to be able to come and face that person in your life and be like, you know what, I know I really messed you up. I really messed you up. And as a matter of fact, prime example, I did that to my children, because it's just like, I normalized toxic stuff that I went through in my life and thought that was normal. You always had to, prove that you were worthy of love. I had not a step parent, but yeah, that one too, but I don't call it step parent. The examples I had, my mom's ex-husband, I used to always do that. And it was something I always had to normalize. It's like when I reached a certain age, I didn't get hugs anymore. I didn't get comfort. I didn't do that. So it was like something I passed down to my kids too. And then when I started noticing this is what was toxic traits, this is passed on in different generations, because it's like with his father, he was just like, the devil's spawn. So he was just like that towards him and, him and his siblings. And he passed that on to me. And not realizing I was doing the same thing to my kids, and it had to be to that point where there's some people in life that will know exactly what they're doing. And he did, because if it's exactly what you're doing, if somebody can bring it up in front of a group of people and you deny it, you knew exactly what you were doing, And it had to be at that point where I can be woman enough. That's where you're standing in your strength, when you done messed up. And you can go back and tell somebody now. It's up to them if they want to be able to, forgive you. My kids chose not to. Wanted to use that as, a template for them to want to keep acting the way they did. And it's just like, it was, even if it was hurtful, I said I don't have parents in my life. The one parent I have that wanted to be in my life is no longer here. The parent that I do have is still living. She done been scared shitless, to where she don't even want to even talk to me. So I had to be able to swallow that pill called pride and ego, and just like, you don't know what's been said to her. You already know what's been said to your dad, because he tell me all the time what happened, and that was a whole nother story. But it was just at that point in my life where, I had to be able to allow myself to say, hey, you're the one who was chosen to break this generational curse. This had to be something where you acknowledge what you did and you see that it was toxic, and you manned up about it, womaned up about it, and you apologize. Now, you can apologize to anybody, but it's up to their choice if they choose to heal or not, or they choose to heal from that situation of what you did. Some people like, dang, that had to be a hard pill to swallow for that person to know they did this to me, and they admitted they did this to me, and they apologize for what they did. Because a lot of parents ain't gonna apologize for you. They're gonna make up every excuse in the book on the reason why they were toxic towards you like that. It was something that you did, and it could have been something that you did, but it was just like when you take it to a certain whole different extreme. And anybody who's been in a situation like that where you went through, CA, you already know what I'm talking about. But if it takes a real person to come back and say, you know what, these are different things that went on in my life that I normalized. and this was something I purposely did to you because I felt like I couldn't get back at the person that did that, so I'm gonna take it out on the person that had nothing to do with it, and I'm sorry, and it could have been something like that. So it'll be those different things where it took place into my life where I can say I can sleep peacefully at night because I did what I did, but I apologize for that. I repented to God and I repented to the people that had something to do with that. Now, if you choose to not want to forgive somebody, that's messing with your life. If you want to live through pain and want to keep pointing a finger at a person that already paid that debt, that has something more to do with you than it does them. But it's just the fact is of being honest about your situations on what is going into your life. There's a lot of us that are healing from childhood wounds, and you're facing a lot of different things. It'll be different people that you probably have hurt yourself. Like, just prime example of what I was talking about, but it was just if I had that chance to be able to apologize to those people, which I done. I want to be able to, do that and be able to say I'm clearing my slate. So there's no part of me going to continue to feel guilty or shame for what I did. That was something I was normalized to, walking around here with narcissistic traits and had to be able to I don't want to be that way. I said I do not want to be that way. So I had to be able to heal. So these are the different things that, I had to look at people around me or people in my family that chose not to do that and want to, keep going on. But you'll see where that takes you to, and it's just like God will allow you to see that on the front line. Like you'll be just, why does this always happen? I want you to see this is what happens when you don't heal. This is what happens when you are bleeding on people that never cut you. These are the different things that's happening. Do you want this for your life? No. Okay, then you have to get to that point in life where you're going to have to face the things that happen to you. We're not we have nothing to do with the people that hurt us, but it is our responsibility to heal. Hello, goodbye. It had to be at those different points. So you're learning all these different things. And it's like when you sit back and you constantly see, anytime I have to be that type of person when I feel like I can't continue to move on through this like this, I had to be able to say, well, there's something that has to change. Change your perspective, change how you go about it, change how are you holding on to these different situations of what others continue to do to you. You're very intimidating. You're feared. People probably fear because you're a whistleblower. You're going to tell the truth. I've been like that. It was just a blessing. I'm able to still do videos. It was just like my channel got shut down just because of the fact is I was talking the truth about what my family did to me. But now it's just like I'm not going that route no more. I'm just sitting here talking about different things that's going in. You ain't got to go into depth about who it is constantly. It'll come out, sprout out, just like I was doing just now. But just not going in depth no more because that's not my story. And I can actually allow myself, when I get to that weak point in my life, I think about all the major things in my life that it could have been an average person, and not saying that people are average or beneath us. When I say average, like you beneath me, no, I'm not talking about that. What I'm saying is there is a lot of things in your life that other people would have been gone for. There'll be a lot of things that you have faced that other people would have hauled but the other way. So anytime you get into your life where you start feeling weak, or you just feel like enough is enough, God, I'm tired of you putting me through this, look how far he has carried you. And a lot of times it's hard to be able to digest that. You see how I swallow. I'm like, look how far he's carried you. Even though it looks like, God got to be cruel to be kind sometimes. And I'm like, man, when I say your dark humor is a little bit bold, God dog, is a little bit bold. But these are the things he's doing with love. And I'm just like, I'm gonna leave that comment to myself, because I was just be like, no, don't leave that comment to yourself. But he'll be cruel to be kind at times, and you're really trying to understand why God put you through what he put you through. But then it'll be sometimes you'll know at towards the end, or it gets to that point where you've healed so much, you'll have that cry of where I can't believe I overcome this situation that was sent out to destroy me. Your ancestors, your spiritual guides, all your spiritual reinforcements are protecting you through this. And it's just like, it's cringy to them when they see you go through a lot of things. And it's just like, we know you're tired. And I'm like, okay, You trying not to be mean, but I'm like, okay, but is my situation changed though? We know you tired, we know you aggravated, you had enough. Okay, but is anything changed though? And it's just like, even though it felt like our situation may not have changed, look how much it's changed you. There's a lot of things that you face that a lot of people wouldn't. That's why it's like, it's not for the weak. If I can sit up here and tell y'all everything, and I say, no, I'm not about to do that. But I said, I've had bits and pieces. I'm like, you want to know my story? Go through some of my different videos that calls for you if you really want to know about me. Then you'll know, and it'll be like, are you serious? You really went through? Yes, I did. That's what brought me here, to do what I had to do. But it's just like, I'm going to keep telling my truth. There's too many people to get scared about what I talk about or whatever. But I'm just like, if my thing is, if you were really worried about somebody saying something about you that you know is true, stop doing what somebody got to do to talk about you. I'm like, stop doing it. Because I already know. I'm like, man, look, can you please not? Okay, can you please not? I'm going to keep telling my truth. I used to be scared to be able to tell that because I thought, it's like, I don't want my family to be. No, if this is what you did, it's what you did, and I'm going to speak on it. If I'm guided to be able to say that, and you are not going to stop me from doing that. So it'll be just those different things to be able to be unapologetic about that. If I did not go through this, I know some people may, embellish on their truth a little bit, but mine come with receipts. So it's just like, I have no problem with showing receipts to the things that I've gone through because it's true, and I'm gonna keep speaking on these different things. And I'm at that point in my life where I can appreciate what my aunts and uncles and my stepmom and my mom's ex-husband and my daughters and my ex, they've done, because it made me such a better person. It really has made me such a better person. It's just like, when people don't want to see you happy, they'll snatch everything from you. And I had everything snatched from me. I don't see my children. We don't get along anymore. I have no family. Everybody believed everything everybody else was saying. So I had to be by myself. And if that's a situation where, a lot of times, even the devil, whatever your fear is, it's just like they will make sure you live in it. If there are certain things that they're like, okay, they're talking too much. They're saying something that's going to really cause a problem, and we need them gone. So we need to do everything that we know we fear. There's a lot of times people will put masks on you that they made for themselves, and thinking that, if I don't want to be a person that I can't stand not being liked. I got to keep up with the Joneses. I want everybody to love me and care for me and think that I'm just perfect Patty or perfect Peter and this and this and this and that. And then they put that mask on you. I really don't give up about how you feel about me. It's how I feel about myself is what matters to me. Okay, that's what matters to me. There's some people that hate you that don't even, and they hate themselves. So why should I even worry about you? I know about my skeletons in my closet, and I open all that mess up. Yeah, be looking like Michael Jackson doing the Ghost. If you ever seen the movie Ghost. I mean, that video he had Ghost. I'm dancing with my skeletons. There ain't no problem with it. Other folks trying to tuck them up under the bed, throw them in the attic, go up under, that there go built-in basement or whatever they got with their little, that Evil Dead door to it or whatever. All those different things, got Poltergeist the Legacy back there. And they don't want to deal with that. But it'll be at that point in my life where I'm not going to allow somebody, whatever mask that you have for yourself, it just don't fit on my face. I love my face just exactly what it is, pure, uncut, and the truth, unapologetically. So it's just like you going through all these different things to where, the truth comes out through, your healing. It'll be those different things like, yes, it's scary because you don't know what's going to happen if you whistle blow on different things in your life. And you see how it goes on a lot of people that just be talking. They know too much, so guess what? You a loose end, you a liability. Next thing you done did some stuff to yourself, and we just don't know how that happened. Jerry Weinstein, Epstein, whatever his name is, one of those type of situations. But if you're able to make it through and you don't be in this type of situation like that, there's a reason for you to be able to be in that truth teller. You are chosen for that. If God knew that he was going to allow you to go through these different things and place these on your path, there's for a reason. Everything that you've gone through that was painful was not in vain. These are the different things that's taken off in your life where, don't be scared. to sit up here and tell your truth. You just don't, and I tell people that all the time, you just don't really know. There are so many people out in this world that you'll be amazed. There's probably going through almost close to the same things you are, or just having the same feelings you have. You know, they're going through something so great that nobody believes them. Like, you know good and well, you know, even when it comes to the people, they know they did it and they just feel like they're getting away with it. And you're trying to understand, you know, I'm doing the best I can. I'm finally speaking out and nobody wants to talk to me. Nobody don't want to believe me. Even when you have solid proof, you know, these folks still doing this and blah, 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 blah. You know, or you're going through different things like, okay, you got to heal and forgive. Showing compassion towards people that are not sorry. They constantly keep on hurting you. You have to be able to be at peace with them being like that. You just saying there has to be, normal people don't go around breaking other human beings. You just don't. Obviously, there's something wrong with them mentally for them to keep doing the things that they're doing. You are not the problem. Not knowing you are the ultimate solution. Okay, you are that. Everybody will make you seem like you're a problem when it comes to stuff, when you about to bring some stuff to light that they don't want to happen. Everybody, shh, that's a family thing. Keep it in the family. Bump that. I get tired when I hear that, when I tell you that, ooh, shoot, made my nose itch. Keep that mess in the family. No, you can keep it in your family, but mine is the proud family. No, mine's the true family. I'm not going to keep that in there. If this is something that hurt me, traumatized me, or whatever, or it robbed me of all the kind of joy I had, I'm telling it. I'm telling it. I'm going to straight tell it. If you didn't do it, if you don't want it out, stop doing what you're doing for somebody to have something to say. You know, be one of those different type of things. But, you know, hey, I digress. You know, you're going through your different stuff. You know, just being able to let you know, hey, whatever you're going through, this is not for the weak. You going through these different things to go through these things to get to them. You know, and you've been placed on this earth for you to be able to set example for a lot of people. And you just really don't understand how, sorry y'all, that music in the background got loud. But going through all these different things is taking place. It comes for a reason. You know, these are the different things that you're going through. You keep speaking you're speaking your truth. Don't let somebody silence you. Don't allow nobody to put you in fear. Okay? You just allow yourself to keep pushing in. You know, pushing on. Like pushing in, don't push in, push on. You know, and go through those different things into your life, because they're gonna strengthen you, and it's gonna really take you places. And there's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna applaud and commend you just for the things that you're going through, and especially if you can come out in a right mind. And it'll be those different things where you're going to have people come to you and they're going to be very petty. Okay? There going to be some people going to probably come into your life and be very petty. It's like, if you even knew my story, you wouldn't even come at me like that. I didn't call you. Don't come to me. You don't want that kind of spiritual smoke that I got. You can't take that. You know, it'd be one of those different things. But, you know, hey, I hope you were able to resonate with the content in this video, y'all. If you ever want to support and donate to the channel, Cash App, you know, email me. All those different things are in the description box below. I hope you were able to resonate with the content in this video. If you're new to me, hey, you got to understand, I can talk about some serious stuff, but hey, Heyoka vibes. Be able to bring some little funny in there. You know, everything don't got to be textbook serious. So much love to you. Please, you know, even through social distancing, you can give out so much love, light, positivity, birth vibe frequencies. You know, it can really take somebody a long way, and just because you're doing it straight from the heart, it will take you even further. So God bless you. Whatever you're going through to get to, you're gonna make it. You're gonna make it. This is gonna strengthen you in ways that you never understood. So you will see me on my next video. Much love to you. Peace. God bless. Namaste. Shalom. I say peace.